You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You know what you are? You're a popcorn salesman.
Worldwide Sports Radio presents the home stretch.
All right, let's hit the field.
With Tyler and friends.
Hello. I'm not doing no yelling. I'm not doing no nothing because right now I'm already a little geared up. Because thank you, Mr. Marks, for riling me up before the show even started. But I appreciate that in all honesty because I really didn't feel like having the energy to fight with the beeve anymore. It's kind of
Why?
It's like hitting a mannequin.
Excuse me?
It's like hitting a mannequin.
But I'm right most of the time, so
You're never right. If
In
we
your
go
eyes.
by, if we go by like any type of pie chart on who is right, if you even have a 0.1% of the time being right, I'd be shocked.
Oh, in your eyes.
I think in the general public's eyes, I barely speak for the people, but I'll talk for the people right now. You're out of your
God,
mind.
There we go.
Just like saying Zeke's better than Sanders, Dak's winning 4 straight Super Bowls.
Say that.
You did.
No, I was
You
joking when
no,
I said.
no,
I
no,
was
no.
joking when I said 3
Jeff
straight.
called in here and ripped you a new one
Jeff's
for
an
it.
ass. Jeff's an ass.
What else did he say, Speedy? Just recently, too. Dak's better than Luck. Dak's better than
I
Russ.
didn't say that. I said I would take Dak now over Luck because of the injury situation. That's what I said.
And you said
So,
you'd take
get
Dak
your-
over
get
Russell
your-
Wilson.
Get your facts straight.
Nah, well,
So
you still said it. So, that's 5 statements I recall, and none of them are
well,
right.
all your statements are wrong. So
None of them are right.
all your statements are wrong. So
That's not true.
well.
That is not true at all. I guarantee you if I went on Twitter right now, I have Snugs tell me that I'm always right and that you should listen to me.
Snugs is your, you know what? So
I didn't say that. Snugs, he is sending me a very special Kobe decal. And,
did he? That's very nice
yes.
of him.
Yes, it is very nice of him. Did you get one?
No,
That's because you're always wrong.
I'm a Jordan fan. That's why.
Well, I mean, you could. That's fine.
So
There's nothing wrong with Michael Jordan. I even say Michael Jordan's the GOAT. But Kobe was this generation's Jordan.
I agree with that statement. So
He just bashed Kobe off air for like 5 minutes.
no, not me.
Yes.
No,
You
no.
co-signed everything.
I-
Speedy, did he not co-sign every syllable that Errol spewed out of his
No,
mouth?
I didn't. I said without.
No.
I said without Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe probably
No,
wouldn't have
I-
won those championships.
no.
That's what I
Without
said.
Kobe,
And he-
Shaq definitely doesn't win those
And he was
championships.
on air last week talking about this. He said Kobe Bryant.
I'm not disagreeing with that statement,
Or
though.
you said Kobe Bryant was a top 10 player of all time.
I think
the closest thing to Michael Jordan.
I
That's what
think
you said.
Kobe is number 2. I think he's right behind Jordan.
You just said LeBron's the best player of this
No,
generation.
Errol said that, not
And
me.
you agreed.
Oh my God. Well, you need to get your ears checked because you weren't
No,
listening.
my
right.
ears work perfect. My ears work too well.
I don't know about that.
I don't. Anyway, enough arguing with the beeve. I have to save my energy for the important things. Like, I don't know if somebody with common sense calls it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well, I don't know
along
about
with
that.
the beeve,
Thank you.
hashtag ban the beeve.
You know,
Co-host / producer / Speedy / Pity / Bo Jangles.
Bo Jangles.
Yeah, that's Speedy's nickname, and he likes it better than
He
Speedy.
has a new nickname, Bo
Yes,
Jangles
he does.
now.
And I would rather I say it's gaining traction because everyone likes it better than Speedy Pete.
I don't know about it. Speedy, it just fits in.
Now he'll always be Speedy, but
course.
Bo Jangles is coming.
It's coming.
It's coming fast,
Uh-oh.
and you hear that a lot, don't you?
Sure, we'll go with that.
No, not you, the Beeve.
He's talking about me, Speedy.
Anyway, anywho, now that I'm done making fun of the Beeve for now,
Thanks.
we got a lot to get to. I'm going to the Super Bowl went, it was over.
Yes.
A brilliant halftime show. For those of you who didn't watch, I'm sorry.
You like the halftime show?
What?
You like the halftime show?
Yes.
Well, I didn't mind the girls dancing, but I just didn't like the music.
No, the music is what it is.
I know.
They were not hired for the music,
Yeah, of course.
so it is what
I
it
mean,
is.
to look 50 years old and have that kind of body. Oof.
Calm down. Calm down. Oh, you're talking about the guy that was behind
No,
Taylor,
get
aren't
outta
you?
here, no.
Oh, all right, never mind. So anyway,
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. There was a bunch of guys with pogo sticks or whatever
Pogo
the
sticks.
walkers that.
I didn't see
I-
that.
oh, I thought you tweeted me after the game saying, "Did you
I
see
didn't
the
tweet
guy?"
you. Get out of
No.
here.
I could have sworn that you tweeted me saying I liked the guys with the.
I hardly ever go on Twitter. Wasn't me. Maybe it was
You got
Speedy.
hacked.
Maybe I got hacked.
Maybe you got hacked.
Could have been.
Hashtag who hacked the beef.
Probably Jeff.
That would be some funny shit.
I got to delete my Twitter now.
No. Oh, what a shame.
It was a good run.
No more Dallas wins every year tweets. Oh,
No,
God.
stop it. I don't do that.
Between you and Mike Guido, I can't even read the Dallas Cowboy name anymore. It makes me want to burn.
Oh, here we go.
It's not me. It's you guys. If it ain't Dallas Cowboys, they completely tune out. They won't listen to a single word.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Anyway, like we said, we're going to rehash the Super Bowl. It was a very interesting game. The first half and second half were two tales of dominance. San Francisco dominated the first half. I called it, right?
Well, I think San
said,
Fran dominated for 3 straight quarters.
I even think I got – did I not say 17-10 at the half?
You did say
and then
that.
San Francisco would pull away?
You did say that.
Now, the second half I'll
It
get
was
to in a
10-10
second.
at the half, though.
It was 10-10.
But then, okay.
But
I did say
he did have
17-10.
17-10 at one point. He had that right.
Right. Well, thank you. Another point that I was right about. Thank you, the beef. See, you need to be writing notes or typing something.
I don't write notes.
I know, but that's why you're constantly wrong. You have to pay attention when you're here.
Oh, stop it.
There's so much potential if you talk. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. But yet you don't listen, and you talk all the time, and you're constantly wrong. You would think you would
I talk
learn.
all the time.
Yes,
You're the biggest talker here.
I know. But that's why I'm paid to do.
But you're
Because
not right all
I'm
the time.
constantly right.
No, stop it.
I'm constantly right. I got the Super Bowl wrong. But you know
Yeah,
what?
well, you picked the
I admit when
49ers.
I'm wrong. I'm not like everybody else here. I'll tell you when I'm
I
wrong.
honestly thought the 49ers were going to win also. But
Well, me too. Oh, see? You were the kiss of death. I guarantee you.
Oh, maybe-
I
no.
guarantee you San Francisco won the game until that jackass did something stupid. How much
What
you
did
want
I
to bet?
do?
I don't know. I wasn't with you.
I didn't do nothing. I sat there, drank beer, and watched the game like everyone else does.
And won money.
And won a lot of money. But that's
Who?
fine.
How'd you win money?
Super Bowl box, final score.
Oh.
We'll talk about that off air.
No, the Beeve is a very smart man. Have I ever told anybody that?
Why? I'm
You're
smart.
a very smart man.
Why?
I can't even go along with that lie. It hurts my heart. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was going to try to suck up for money, but it's just I can't do
I
it.
know you were trying to suck over. It's not happening.
Okay,
so.
good. Whatever. That's why he's wrong again. You see that? Even
Well-
when people are trying to be nice,
Well,
he's
you were
too dumb
wrong,
to take.
and you still got to wear that wig and the dress, big guy.
Oh, that's right.
That you lost a bet to me.
Listen,
So-
I didn't say I was going to buy a wig and a dress. I said
No,
wear a wig.
I'll
and a
get
dress.
it for you. It's
Yeah,
all right.
you've been saying this for 2 years now.
No,
I think
I just
this-
got to find your size.
Oh man, right. I'm a very complex person to shop for, but very interesting.
Oh, man.
Just bring something that brings out my eyes.
Oh, okay, no problem. We'll get some eyeshadow for you too.
Yeah, I figured you'd have eyeshadow.
No, I don't have it. I'll just get it from Brittany.
Sure.
So
Who?
Errol's girlfriend will get it from.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
have her come in here and they'll have her put makeup on you and, you know.
You want makeup on me?
Sure, this way Speedy can sit on your lap.
Oh, you're making this awfully like.
Why am I involved in this? This is his bet that he lost, not mine.
No,
I already
listen-
suffered through my bet that I
listen.
lost to you.
Every bet
You
that
did
on this
suffer
network,
that. You had to put a cowboy
every
jersey.
single
I know.
net. Well, hold on, every single bet that Errol and this guy make are all
Weird bets. You know.
very, very peculiar bets, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
don't know.
It's
funny.
I think they're trying to hint at something.
Get out of here. No.
Maybe not. I know Errol. All right. I know Errol's just kidding and likes to have a good time.
So am I.
You, I'm concerned.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
Please.
Speaking of being concerned, I'm very concerned about the NFL, where it's going. This will be the last NFL show for quite some time. Probably till the draft combine. We'll do some mock drafts before the draft, which is going to be very difficult now. Very difficult. I don't even know how we're going to do that. Because, yes. Also, for those of you wondering, we are going to have a very short show again Thursday because we have another lovely meeting because this network's full of lazy and competent people that constantly have to interrupt my time because Errol has to yell at everybody. Oh, he's going to yell at you too. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. Anyway, it's about 9 o'clock. I have a lot to get through. And there's a lot of games going on. So we'll start with college basketball. Then we will go to – good job, Speedy. We will then go to the NBA game, and then we'll finish up with hockey because there's actually a ton of hockey games on right now. Believe this or not – oh, never mind. That's college basketball first. Right now, number 9, Maryland, is having a real tough time with Rutgers. They're up 48-47. There's 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Previously ranked Rutgers. Keep that in mind.
Well, no, I'm just saying Rutgers could make some noise. Rutgers can definitely make some noise. I think they're going to be in the tourney, and we'll see where that goes. Oh, are you excited? Our March Madness thing's coming back.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to be here? You're shaking your head
March Madness.
like a bobblehead.
I'm just like guessing you right now because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
I'm going to be here for what?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you,
Maybe.
Yoda. Yo, doesn't he look at Speedy? Does he not look like the baby Yoda?
Baby
From the
Yoda.
land.
Get out of here.
Oh God.
No?
I don't have that much hair.
No, him.
I look like...
Look, just
Oh, him.
look at his face. Just look at the
thinking
face.
about
it. No, he's
Forget
not.
the ears. Forget the ears. Forget everything.
He needs more hair to be that.
Hashtag baby Yoda.
He needs more hair for that.
It's better than ban the beef.
There's something wrong with you.
Baby Yoda. I'm calling it now.
You were dropping your head as a child.
I know I ran into a tree at full speed.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. That explains a lot.
Yep. Speaking of upsets, number 11 Auburn's trailing 66-60 to Arkansas. Again, but the SEC is deep, so we'll find
They
that
are.
out. I think Arkansas is another team that can make some noise in the tournament.
They're projected right now 8 or 9 seed. That could definitely make some noise. They got the coach from Nevada who's been out of Nevada as a pesky team for a while.
Yeah, Nevada was good for a long time, and no one even knew about them. But there's 3.5 minutes left in that game, too, as Rutgers and Maryland are now tied at 49. Now it's 62-66 Arkansas. Duke is up 52-49 over Boston College. What is with Duke losing to Boston College? Like, why do they always get upset by Boston College? I don't understand. But there's about 5 minutes left in that half on ESPN. In the first half, number 22 Penn State is up 38-30 over number 16 Michigan State. And Tom Izzo, I'm starting to get very concerned about your team. Very concerned.
They never do well in back-to-back years, tournament time. They're still ranked, but the Big Ten's kind of swapped around. They're the only constant, but even them, they're still a little down. Remember, they were number 1 overall seed at the start of the season.
Yeah, and then they lost, and then they just kept falling. Number 9. At 9 o'clock, number 15, Kentucky. John Calipari leads his team to another team that in this tournament can make some noise. Mississippi State. Calling it now. There's going to be some upsets. But yeah, that game's at 9 o'clock. Now we're going to go to the league because there's really not that many games. I never thought I'd say this. Never thought in a million years. Milwaukee is tied with the Pelicans, 65 up. Giannis and Chris Middleton have 18. They're leading the way. For the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram has 18. And wait for it, Zion is at 12. He's having a rough night, though. Real rough night. And then also, 8 minutes left and a half. The Hornets are up 41-35 over the Rockets. At 9 o'clock, Damian Lillard. And let me just tell you something. If Damian Lillard did not earn your respect on Friday night for what he did in that performance for Kobe Bryant, you are a heartless, know-nothing person. Because Damian Lillard lit it up against LeBron and that Laker team. And they couldn't stop him for nothing. He could have shot from the freaking gym next door. Like that man did not miss a single shot. Not literally. Do not call here saying he missed like 7 shots, Tyler. Don't do it. Please. Don't do it. Don't be that guy.
Mamba-esque.
Oh, that
Was a great performance.
I remember I tweeted, Damian Lillard, you're the new version of Kobe. Salute. Best point guard in basketball, especially since Steph's got his broken hand. Speaking of the Lakers, at 10 o'clock they will take on the San Antonio Spurs on TNT as they look to get some sort of wits about them because they've had a rough week, so they're trying to put the week behind them and move on. That game's at 10 o'clock. And it's hockey time. Oh, boy. Let's try to find the Tri-State games first. At the end of the second period, after annihilating the Rangers yesterday,
Oh, it was terrible.
the Dallas Stars are now up. I'm sorry, they're tied at 2 with the Islanders. Anthony Pavlar for the Islanders. I'm starting to like that kid. That kid could be special. What?
Beauvillier?
Yeah, Pavlier. And New York Ranger great Derek Brassard has put them. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Jason Dickinson and Dennis Gerlinov have scored for Stars. That's how you get a 2. And then the Devils are up 3-2 over the Canadians. Miles Wood, Kyle Palmieri, who's auditioning for a winning team right about now, is basically it. And Jesper Bratt scored 3 straight goals for the Devils. Joel Armia and Nate Thompson have scored for the Canadians. That's a 3-2, and there is a third hockey team. This is the reason they're third, and no one claims them. The Sabres are losing 6-1 right now.
Oh, my God.
To the Colorado Avalanche. Sam Girard, my boy, Andre Borowski, Nazem Kadiri, who I love him too. He's a tenacious son of a gun. Zadardov,
Nikita
Zadorov, Ratnin, and Valeri Nishushkin. Did I get that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
buddy.
that one.
That's 6. That's 6, and bonus points for Tyler for calling the name right. So that's great. Sam Reinhart scored for the Sabres. If Gergachev does not go to the Sabres,
Oh, God.
it's a damn shame. Yeah, it's a perfect match. Don't be stupid.
Put
Make the
Lundqvist
trade.
on the Sabres.
Are you retarded?
Did you see how bad he played yesterday?
Do you understand it was a back-to-back?
I know. I get it.
No, you don't get it.
Yes,
you
I do.
You just traded him, you hypocrite.
I've been wanting him trading.
Don't piss me off.
But
right
why would you want to keep the 2 young goalies? Shizorkin's the starter.
now. Right. Shostorkin should start,
Yes.
and Lundqvist is going to mentor him this year and next year. So that way, when Lundqvist retires, Shostorkin knows what the hell he's doing.
But then we need another backup.
Oh, because the Rangers will have a hard time finding a backup goaltender.
As good as Georgiev.
We thought the
Georgiev.
same thing about Talbot. We thought the same thing about Ron.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's Rotna doing? Is he even starting anymore? No, he's
No,
not.
but Georgiev's
He had a
way better
really good year last year before he got
Georgiev is
hurt,
way
though.
better than Ronta.
I wouldn't say he's
So-
way better. Ronta in New York was the best backup in hockey
Yeah, for how long?
till he got traded.
I think Georgiev's more talented, but that's fine.
Whatever. This is why I don't let him talk that much, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 Bruins over the Canucks. Charlie Coyle and Brad Marchand have scored for the Bruins. What are you going to say? And here's a surprise. The Lightning are winning again.
Sure.
Brandon Point and Tyler Johnson. Yeah, that's right. They still have Tyler Johnson. You want to talk about a third line guy? He's phenomenal. Oh, you going to come on, my man? You want to talk Knicks? No? Aw, man. You promised me 3 months ago, Tyrone. Whatever you want to talk about.
3 months ago.
You did.
You broke your promise.
Speedy's my witness.
That's correct, Chief.
Broke your promise.
He talked off the mic. I think it was baseball. He was talking for a while.
Right. And then William Carrier scored for the Vegas Knights. Tampa Bay up 2-1. We went over the Devils game. We went over the Islanders game. Tied at 1. Kings and Capitals. Jeff Carter and John Carlson have scored for their respective teams. At the end of the second period, the Blue Jackets and Panthers are tied at 0. Oh, here's a game that everyone's going to love. The Senators and Ducks are tied at 1.
Rematch of the 07 Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, it's been 11 years removed, and it looks like neither team has played well for 11 years. Nick Ritchie and...
Anaheim was good for a while.
shut up. Drake Batherson? That's an awesome last name.
What is it?
Batherson?
Yeah, that's an awesome name.
That's a sick name. They're tied at 1. The Stanley Cup champ Blues, they're up 1-0. Sammy Blallis?
Blake.
Nah, whatever. Yeah, they're up at 1-0. The Wild and Blackhawks are tied at 0. Tied at 1 of the two teams I think that are trying to really kickstart the most, the Predators and Jets. Mason Appleton and Nick Bonino. That guy just doesn't age at all. Does not age whatsoever. They're tied at 1. At 9 o'clock, the disappointing, we'll call them San Jose Sharks, take on the Hot Flames. Get it? Of Calgary.
Hot flames.
Nothing gets by the Bees, man. Nothing gets by
I got it.
the Bees. Hashtag Baby Yoda lives forever.
You're an idiot.
And at 9 o'clock, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, because they're the best players, and then there's a giant drop-off for the rest of the team, take on the Arizona Coyotes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Around the World in Sports, brought to you by me. That's right, I did it, all by my lonely son.
Tyler Harrison.
Yes, over and over again. So that's that. And on top of everything else, I did promise Snugs Alerts, right? And as always, I was right again. Snugs Alert! I guess these are to you, so I'll read them.
Probably.
Tyler is always right.
Oh, God.
The Beavs' credibility is about as high as the Tooth Fairies, the Easter Bunnies, or Kenny's. Even Earl
Kennedy's into it.
Even Earl Marks' NFL conspiracy theories are more credible than the Beeve.
Oh,
Hashtag
stop
ban
it.
the Beeve. Hashtag Beeve's clown takes. That was at 8:41. 8 minutes have gone by since. This is what he said to me just now. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. This is live for me. Oh, my God. He does look like Baby Yoda. A bunch of laughing faces. This is why I'm losing my mind over here. Hashtag ban Baby Yoda.
Oh, God.
Hashtag the force is not with him. Hashtag the stupid is strong in this one. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I needed to do today. I'm done. I could go home right now and be a happy man.
He's very clueless anyway, so it's fine.
Snugs is a highly intelligent man who is a entrepreneur.
Why are you praising him so much?
Because he's the only one that listens
do you
to
love
this
him?
network that has any kind of clue as to what they're actually talking
I think you love him.
about. Yes, I do love all of my fans.
Oh, God.
If Snugs is the only one, then I love him the most.
Oh, my God.
But I have more than him. The Snowman's a huge fan of mine.
Snowman, really?
The Snowman's a genius.
Okay.
He is. Why, did he call you an idiot too?
No.
Oh, well, that's good. I could have sworn. Jeff's a fan of everybody's.
No, well,
Except yours.
No, he's a fan of everybody and nobody.
No, right, that's true. He'll call anybody and bash them. That's fine.
true.
But it's all right. I think me and Jeff have a love-hate relationship.
I think he has that with a lot of people.
Yeah, well, it's all right. It's all good.
I think you're the only one who doesn't have the first bit.
What?
No, him.
Oh,
I don't know if Jeff's ever said a nice thing about him.
No,
he
he has.
He has.
He's taken them back quickly, but he has. He has. But yeah. So now that that's out of the way, Super Bowl 54 took place. I had to double check that it was 54 because I am awful with numbers and things.
Well, we talked about the first half, so now the second half.
Well, yes. Thank you, Beeve. This is why the Beeve stays around. He's actually useful for things like this. So, the first half, two tail halves. San Francisco dominated the first half. I know it's 10-10.
I think they dominated three quarters, but that's fine.
Well, correct. I would even give them 90% of the game. Kansas City went on to outscore them 14-0. What in the fourth quarter?
21-0.
21-0. That's right. The Damian Williams touchdown. That
Yeah,
meant
the
nothing.
break,
Right.
which I didn't think that was going to happen. So
Me neither. I thought they'd get the ball back, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Huge shout out to Super Bowl MVP Pat Mahomes. I don't think you deserved it, but that's fine.
I agree.
He played
You would-
awful.
would you-
He played terrible.
But he
You
made,
would have given it to
no,
Williams, too?
yeah.
Yeah, I would have
He had a good fourth quarter, Pat Mahomes.
He did, but Williams is the most complete player of the whole game.
Right. He was
No, I know that,
consistent,
but
and
that-
that team gets
yes.
blown out if Damian Williams isn't on the field that day.
Yes.
Damian Williams was the best player for them on the field.
You know who looked bad to me was on the 49ers was with Richard Sherman.
No,
You don't-
no,
He was
you
good.
can't do
He-
that.
But he
was good in certain
got
instances.
beat a whole bunch of times.
Tyreek Hill's the fastest player in football.
No, I
He's gonna
understand
get
that. Yes.
But
That was part of the
Sherman
game plan.
Sherman was good in what he was supposed to be good
beat. Right.
at. Press
He did
zone.
what he did.
Press
He
zone.
did what
yeah,
he did.
yeah,
And
that part. But
And when San Francisco, honestly, I know Tyreek Hill had great stats. He didn't really dominate the game like his stats entail.
no, he didn't.
He had a couple
I think
big
Andy
plays.
Reid held him back at times, too, though.
No, I don't
Well,
think
the
Tyreek
biggest
Hill's
play
been
was
healthy.
Mahomes throwing that ball how many yards into the air for
that
a
was
catch.
phenomenal, yeah.
I mean, that was the biggest play of the game right there.
Yeah, and again, listen, I'm not saying Pat Mahomes isn't special. I'm not saying anything like that. We're going to talk later about what special means, but to me, Pat Mahomes did not deserve that MVP. Just like how
So,
everyone said
who-
last
who-
year
who
Tom
you gave
Brady
it
didn't
to?
deserve it. Damian Williams.
Okay.
That's just me. I mean,
that-
Julian
that-
Edelman won it last year.
that-
but
that's
here's the
arguable,
thing.
yes.
The NFL will never give it to a player that deserves it. They'll give it to the one that, like last year, Tom Brady didn't play up to par, so they knew they couldn't give it to him.
Of course.
Gronk didn't do anything on the stat
Yes.
sheet. And to be quite honest with you, at halftime, I was living my freaking fantastic life because I'm here. The game's tied at 10. It's going exactly the way I called it. Kyle Juszczyk looked like he was on the fast track Super Bowl MVP. I'm sitting there
He was
going
1
on
yard
Tuesday.
short of another touchdown,
Oh,
too.
he wasn't short. That was BS. That's another call that got me
Yeah.
pissed off. He was in.
His back foot was out of bounds. Was that the play?
No, that was
No.
the other
Kyle
play.
Juszczyk's touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that one, yes.
I
yes.
think that was the right call, but I agree with you on the other one. Damian Williams, I thought was short too.
Yes.
Here's the play, though.
But again, I thought they would have just kicked a field goal anyway, so
That's
we'll see
fine,
how
though.
that
You
could have
still,
made a
but
difference.
well, it could have
There's
made a
still
difference.
time, even if the Niners score or the Niners again get a stop for the Chiefs to score. There's a lot of things that could.
And again, I'm not taking anything away from the Chiefs. Andy Reid deserves it. He's had a very tenured career. This is the icing on the cake. He's a complete coach. He was going to get in the Hall of Fame anyway, but now it's solidified. He's a Hall of Fame coach.
He
Pat
he deserved it.
Pat Mahomes is the future of football. Okay, I'm not denying that. He'll run the league for the next 10 years. He's special. He's great. He's terrific. Travis Kelce, I was a little disappointed. He didn't really do much. But again,
But you knew how good the 49ers defense
Well,
was.
I said
so
he wouldn't do
it's-
nothing. I completely called that. I was a little shocked Tyreek Hill even got what he got.
Well, the play
Sammy
that-
Watkins
yeah,
had
that's-
the play of the game,
yeah,
so Speedy called him having a huge
My,
impact.
that was
Yep.
my
He
MVP.
did. That was his MVP. He was.
I think, but not for nothing. I think that's the only play he made in the whole game.
No, he had a big catch in the
He had,
second
he had a
quarter.
couple,
and I
yeah,
think
he had two big catches.
He
I
had
believe.
one after the one after the catch too.
Yeah.
I think he had close to 100 yards. I think he had 85 or something.
I have to be honest.
He had a
with
good
you.
game.
The game's a little bit of a blur to me, but that's neither here nor there. But again, I do want to preference this by saying one thing, and let me just this is less about. I've heard a lot of people say that San Francisco, I don't think lost that Super Bowl. I think Kansas City went out there and took it. I also want to point out a few things, okay, that not everyone's – I don't know if anyone's mentioned them yet. Let's go back a few weeks to the Saints-Vikings game in overtime. This is not a homer. This is nothing. Let me go where I'm going here. Kyle Rudolph's touchdown pass. What did everyone on the planet say? The Saints got screwed. It was pass interference. I said, yes, it was pass interference, but it should not have been called. You do not let a call like that ruin the football game. The Vikings deserved to win it. They dominated the whole game, basically.
I don't think that was really pass interference either, but okay.
Right. So it wasn't a dramatic call that affected the game. Let them play.
I don't think it was at all, but okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was clearly pass interference. The guy literally pushed him away.
It was light, though, if anything.
Well, keep that same
You're
thought
gonna
process.
nitpick refs. It's light.
Right. I'm not nitpicking refs. I'm nitpicking refs here. That call against George Kittle when San Francisco was going down the field to ice the game for them, with that pass interference call, which basically made
Iced
them
the
punt.
game in the first half. That iced the game.
It was in the first half.
It was not in the first half. It was in the third quarter.
No, it was at the
No,
end
it
of
was,
the half.
it was into the half.
It was the end of the half.
Was it the end of the half?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, the game's a blur to me. So,
Yeah,
again,
but the rule is if you extend your arm, they're gonna call pass interference.
Did he really extend his arm that
Go-
much?
did
They were
not.
just-
Go
He
watch it
barely
again.
touched
They were
him.
just hand
No,
fighting.
I understand, but when the ref sees you extend your arm and you
Kyle
have-
Rudolph extended his arm.
yes, and it should have been pass
And
interference.
both the defender extended his arm too.
Right. That's.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was going to be defensive pass interference, and then they were going to decline it and keep going down the field.
well,
That
I mean,
it looked like they pushed off each other.
yeah, but they reviewed it, so obviously they had to see something in where the rule says if you extend your arm, they're gonna call.
They both extended their arm.
Yeah,
they
but
were
I
just
think,
hand
I think,
fighting, and it was
but
soft.
I think Kittle did it. It was soft. Yes, I'm not going to disagree with that, but
But here's my problem.
I think it was the right call. But that's fine.
Here's what I'm saying right now.
Go ahead.
If this rule about challenging pass interference, blah, 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 if it's going to keep going that way, this game's going to become a joke soon.
It is a joke
That,
already.
well, I mean like a joke. Like I'd rather watch soccer.
You rather watch flag football.
Yeah. That changed the whole outcome of this
It
game.
did.
It changed the
It-
whole
no,
outcome of the game.
without a question. But I mean, I do think it was the right call. But I mean,
No way. You can't call a soft penalty
It
like
was
that.
no, I
That was
understand.
not a
It was soft, but he still extended his arm.
I
so-
don't care.
I
Joe-
know.
So
I-
did the defender. That's called neutral
yeah,
contact.
Yeah, but
Right.
Kittle did it first. If you go
Who
watch
That
cares?
doesn't matter.
Who cares?
it, does matter. If the
If you push off somebody and then if you push off a
do you know
defender,
how
okay.
big Kittle is? He's so much
right, hold
stronger
on.
than him.
Right.
Just
but hold
regardless
on.
of that situation, if you're an offensive player, you shove a defensive player down, and then you get.
He
then you
created
get,
the
And then you get
space.
whacked in the helmet by
He
another
cre-
defender. That's
he
all right.
created
Nope,
the space.
defensive player, you get away with it. He did
Right.
it first.
Right. And not only that,
That's
to be
flawed.
quite honest with you, Jimmy Garoppolo threw a beautiful pass.
He did.
It didn't really matter
He-
where the defender was. Kittle was the only one near the football.
He did throw a great pass. You're right.
That was a perfect ball. And
Listen, that call could go either way, so you could.
But
look at it.
it couldn't have gone any way. It was a weak call.
It was a weak call. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I still think it was the right call. But
it's not. It's the
you
Super
shouldn't
Bowl.
call that in the
you
Super
cannot
Bowl.
call shit like that during the Super Bowl.
I agree with you. I agree.
But no, you just said it was the right call. You can't agree with me if it's the right call.
Going by the rule books.
No.
Going by the rules, it's the right call.
You should be
But
an
it
NFL
doesn't
referee.
impede it if it's just hand fighting and they get small amounts of
It
separation.
was a weak call. Yes, it was. I mean, but he's still
And then let's talk about Jimmy Garoppolo getting slapped in the helmet and not getting called for that either.
that one too. Yes.
That was a little ridiculous to me. But and I agree with that not being called either because it was kind of a bang play as they call it in baseball. I get it.
This has been going on for years with the refs.
Right. But and I don't know really what else to say. But
The NFL has to sit down and look at a way to solve this problem.
you can't even. They don't even know what to call a catch anymore.
You're right. You're 100%
So
right.
now you don't know what to call a catch. You don't know what to call for pass interference. So why don't you, instead of adding rules, start taking some away and get back to what the root of the game really is? Like, I don't understand what the problem is here.
I don't either.
You got guys that think Jimmy Garoppolo is a game manager because Jimmy Garoppolo, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, and I already know I'm going to get crap for it. Jimmy Garoppolo outplayed Pat Mahomes.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
He did.
I
said that.
Absolutely
yes, he did.
did.
And I told you he could. Pat
Mahomes
I don't think he did, though.
when me and you did
is
the
the
show, I said
reason the
Garoppolo
Chiefs
can
were even
outplay him.
trailing in the fourth quarter. He was that bad. He did not impress me whatsoever. He had 2 picks in that game that a rookie quarterback wouldn't have made. He was, and I get it.
No, he was
first time
bad,
Super Bowl.
but again, Garoppolo was striving on 2 routes, really.
I don't care. Pat Mahomes strives on 1 route. Deep. Yeah, the fly
That
route's
wasn't
Pat
the
Mahomes.
game plan.
What do you mean it wasn't the game plan?
For the Chiefs?
Okay, and I'm sure Jimmy Garoppolo's game plan wasn't to throw the football a bunch.
Right, but when he
it
did,
wasn't.
it was only on those skinny posts and slants. That's really all he did. He was accurate with them,
and that
sure,
doesn't
but he
help
missed,
Tom
he missed
Brady
some
at all?
too. He missed some low. He missed some behind too.
No, absolutely. I'm not saying Garoppolo played great, but he played good enough to get the job done. And here's the other part that I don't really care about what people say. The fact that, and this is the really outcome of the game here, the fact that Kansas City scored a touchdown when they were half a yard short. Okay, Damian Williams was not in the end zone. The ball was clearly outside the pylon. And I get you couldn't overturn the call. I'm not saying that it was the bad call to overturn. But he was a half yard short.
He was.
He was.
He was
And
half
we'll
yard
see, we'll
short.
see what would have happened in that case because the Niners or the Chiefs.
And who knows?
The Chiefs could have kicked a field goal tie.
To me, they would have had to have gone for it.
Well, maybe, but again, they could have gone for it, which they were doing
And if
well
they
all
miss it?
night. If they missed it, then they're stuffing the Niners with at their own end zone. So a lot of things can happen.
Nah, not that type of running team. That team is going to get the ball at least out of the
Type
end
of
zone.
running team that was an inconsistent running team. In
They
that
had
game?
they had a bad running game that day, but they would have got enough out to make Jimmy Garoppolo at
You don't
least
know
have
that. You don't know that.
I don't know that, but I can trust it.
No, I agree it was the wrong call, but I'm just saying you don't know what would have happened in that situation. And knowing that situation, you probably have to take the points at that point. Just take the field goal, I would imagine. But we have a caller.
Yes, we do. How can I help you on the home stretch? Thank you for calling.
Hello, this is Andrew. I'm a longtime caller from Beyond the Barricade. Just calling about the whole second quarter situation with the offensive pass interference and everything. Before the offensive pass interference, Kyle Shanahan should have called a couple of timeouts. They had 3 timeouts remaining in that half. I don't get why he was saving up the timeouts. And
He didn't need 'em.
Even the owner was like, call timeout.
No, but
And he's shocked why Kyle Shanahan didn't call timeout.
Well,
Right.
I completely understand why he didn't call timeout.
why? What do you think?
So here's the thing, right? The Chiefs, and I said this on Friday prepping for the game, the Chiefs are not a team that sustains drives. Very rarely do they have 8, 10, 12 play drives. They don't. They're 5, 7, 8 play drives and big chunks at a time. So if you're saving time on the clock, that's allowing Pat Mahomes to get the ball back and
That's
to do
fine,
something.
but
I'm not letting that happen.
That's fine, but the other option you could have done then is ran a couple seconds. You run 20 seconds off the clock if you're afraid. Call timeout at 1:15.
Right, but
so
you got to
have
give
time
yourself.
too.
But I'm not taking time off the clock, so my guys can't score either.
Right, but again, if you're
Let the time run, and if I feel like I need to call a timeout, I
right, but
will.
again, you could think about it circumstance-wise too.
I am thinking circumstance.
If you call timeout and you're still worried about Pat Mahomes maybe coming back, you run initially, make them use their timeouts, and if you get a first down, then be aggressive. If you don't, just keep running and make them use their timeouts at that point. And if you call it a 1:15, that's even less time off the clock too. So you still had a lot of leeway with still having the 3 timeouts to be able to use one there. And then again, if you do that, you force the Chiefs to use their timeouts too. And again, the way your defense was playing, you could trust them, and you should trust them.
I'm not letting an offense that is a contained juggernaut explode on me. Because then if that happens, I mean, it ultimately didn't really end anything. But I'm not letting Mahomes, at that point in time, who was ice cold, didn't really feel like he was feeling the game at that point in time, I'm not letting him get into a rhythm and end the half hot. Because then you're going to overtime, halftime going, okay, all right, we've got this now. They're on their feet. San Francisco dominated, like the Beeve actually said. I would give them 90% of the game.
I don't know about that much, but they did dominate.
Well into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'll say 75. That's fair.
But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, Kyle Shanahan didn't. Now, I will say this, too. So I understand why Kyle Shanahan, I agree with him kind of containing the timeouts, and your team was flowing, let them flow. The pass interference ruined that whole drive anyway, but
right.
I am going to say
again,
this, too.
It might not have to come down to that kind of play if you called the timeouts or even just used one and see what would have happened kind of thing.
Yeah, but again, I get it. Like,
again, if you're going to trust
there's
your
certain guys that you just don't want the ball to get back in their hands. So
right,
maybe he was just aiming for a field goal in that drive. You don't know.
Right, but again, what I'm saying is use it, judge accordingly is my point. Because if you don't do anything, you run on first down. You still have time to run on first down. So if you call the timeout, it's 1:35. The punt takes probably 5-6 seconds, whatever. So it's 1:29. You still have time to run too. And if you run and get stuff for a loss and you make them use your timeouts, then you make Patrick Mahomes go down the field with less than a minute to go and no timeouts. And again, it's still a situation that still slightly favors defense if you have a good enough defense, obviously. So judging in that scenario, he could have still adjusted accordingly. It's not like the Chiefs had no timeouts, or the Chiefs had 3 timeouts.
Both teams had all 3 of their timeouts. But
it's not like the Niners had no timeouts or 1 timeout, and they were getting the ball at, say, like deep in their own end zone, something like that, either. Or the Chiefs were punting from really short or something like that. It was a really normal type of punt situation and end-to-half situation. Plus, if you're really that scared of Patrick Mahomes, you do want to try to accumulate points too. So you go 2 for 1, make him down 20-10 at that point. That makes it hard to play catch-up, which obviously they did anyway, but you didn't know at that point in the game.
Because during the end of that quarter, I was like, why isn't they using a timeout? They should calm down the field a little bit, try to maybe line it up for a field goal instead of going for that big drive. But it could have went into the half 13-10 with the Niners having all the momentum, and the Niners were getting the ball back no matter what in the second half.
That's what I'm saying, 2 for 1. They could have made it 13-10, 20-10. They could have even scored a touchdown if they had the time. Who knew?
So, yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest, and I really enjoyed the Super Bowl no matter what happened. Without the Patriots being in it, every year the Patriots in it. Every year the Patriots in it, it's not fun.
No, it's good to see someone different. I agree.
No, that's fine too. But at the same point in time, you do need to kind of respect the dynasty that they've built and appreciate that.
Nobody's
You'll never see
disrespecting it.
that
I think
again.
they're just saying we're sick of seeing it. I don't think
So
change is bad.
So beat them.
Okay, somebody did, a.k.a. the Titans.
No, I agree. But I'm just saying, if everyone's so sick of them, why don't they ever just beat them?
Because the AFC doesn't have parity.
No, the AFC East doesn't have parity.
The AFC
West
night, has parity. Have a good night.
Have a nice night.
The AFC West has parity.
Has he ever called here before?
No, he's a caller behind the barricade. I recognize him because I had to guest produce their show a couple times.
No.
But the AFC in general, you it has parity. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, look at the Chargers, the Bills, the Titans, the Texans, the whole AFC South, really.
The AFC South is
AFC
really
North.
the only one I think that has parity. The AFC North is pretty predictable each year.
No, it's not.
It's either the Steelers or the Ravens.
Well,
and then
right,
and
but
then
this
you
year
have
the Browns were in
Browns.
talks. The Browns were in talks to win the division. A
right
lot of people
now,
had the Browns
but
win
for
the
the
division.
first time ever, okay.
I'm just saying, this year had parity.
Yeah, but I mean what actually happened, though. You're judging what actually happened. The Texans we knew, I think a lot of people thought. I think Buffalo really is the only one that's, all right, maybe that was a little different. The Titans were a little different, but they were still a borderline with that anyway, especially with Andrew Luck retiring. Everyone thought, all right, maybe this is the leap the Titans could have made too. A lot of people thought the Chargers, they were the one disappointment. But again, just looking year to year, you have the Patriots, the Steelers, and then it's just
Chiefs.
Yeah, and the Chiefs. And it's been that way for a while. And the Ravens in most years make the playoffs, or if not, they're right there. So those are really all you got. The Texans are always in it. It's the same teams a lot of the time. There's
You
not
say
a
the
lot
same
of,
thing about the NFC.
No, not really.
Yeah, Eagles,
All right, now,
Cowboys,
think about it.
Packers,
Right.
Vikings,
Right, but think about
Bears,
Think about like
Saints.
the last 5 years or so. Look at a 5-6 year window, and even further than that. The NFC South has a lot of parity. They change whoever wins the division every year.
Saints have won it 3 years in a row.
Now, but I'm just saying, I'm looking at
You
large.
said 5 years. I named 3 of those 5 years.
Yeah, all right. I said
The other 2 years, the
I said-
Falcons won them,
yeah. So,
and the Saints were runners up.
but think about as a whole though. Until the Panthers did it in 2014 and
The year they
2015.
won 15-1, right?
2014, and then the year they won at 8-8 or whatever they did, and then the year they went 15-1. There was never a back-to-back champion in the NFC South.
Right, they always went
So
from first to last.
they
right?
always had parity. The NFC West, the Seahawks had the Rams had their phase with the greatest show on turf. Then it was the Seahawks. Then it was the Niners. Then it was the Seahawks again. They kept switching off. Arizona mixed in at times with Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Boldin. That team, it was mixed in at times. Whereas
the Cardinals with Palmer were always in it too.
right,
Right.
that team was really good. I'm surprised they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
No, that's because Carson Palmer was there.
Well, that and their defense had a dud too, but
No,
still, they have parity. The North, yeah, maybe not, but the East again, it's bad. But
the
it has
Packers,
parity.
since we've been alive, have been in that.
Right, that might be the only one. But again, the East, it's bad, but it has parity. They switch off every year like the South does.
I don't think the East is bad. Dallas should be thankful that Philly had as many injuries, or they would have even been close.
No, I know. This year it is. I'm not denying it is. I'm just saying in terms of as a whole, they're another division where the same team doesn't win it every year. And yes, there are years where they're bad, but it's not predictable. There's just so many dysfunctional teams in the AFC where you could tell that they're going to be bad. And there's so many really good teams in the AFC which they rarely miss. Like the NFC has a lot of teams that fail expectations. Everyone loved the Rams. Everyone loved the Bears this year. The AFC really doesn't have those teams year in and year out that do that because a lot of the same teams make it. The only team I remember that really had high expectations that failed recently was the Colts after the Deflategate year. Everyone loved them for the Super Bowl, and they fell off. And I think Luck got hurt at the end of the season, but he still was. They were still losing games with him too. But beyond that, the AFC really doesn't have those teams. It's just a very constant thing.
I don't know. I have to be honest with you. I really do think, though, that I don't even think the word parity is right. I think that having teams constantly in it is good for the league. You can say what you want. The ratings are up when the Patriots are playing. The ratings are up.
Right, but again, it's also they're up because everyone
The
wants to see
AFC
them lose,
Championship
too.
between the Jets and Colts. Does anyone watch that? No. Not really.
The Colts, yeah, they did. The Colts were a popular team back then.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh, well, yeah, Manning was there. You're right.
right.
You're right.
Especially in a league that loves offense. Most fans love offense. They are
But,
juggernauts.
again, that's another thing we're going to talk about. It's not an offensive league.
No, I'm talking about then, though.
No.
When the
All right.
Colts had Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark.
Oh, Edgerrin James made the Hall of Fame, too, so everyone
Edgerrin
can shut up about
Edgerrin-
him not
Edgerrin
having a
James
running game.
wasn't on that team, though. He was.
No, I'm just saying in general, because everyone says Peyton Manning never had a running game, and neither did Brady, but never mind.
No, Edgerrin James was a very good running back.
Thank you for calling the home stretch. How may I help?
Hello, guys.
Hello, Errol.
Just want to let you know that Mookie Betts and David Price were traded to the Dodgers.
Really?
Yep.
For who?
It doesn't say. Probably a bunch of prospects, but
Why?
It says,
Why are I'm not getting the notifications anymore?
CBS crapped out again.
I'm just telling you that Mookie Betts and David Price were traded to the Dodgers. That's what it says right here.
Oh wow! Apparently, Alex Verdugo went to the Red Sox.
Oh wow!
What happened?
Apparently, Verdugo's the centerpiece.
Wow, I'm surprised they traded him. That's interesting. They've loved Verdugo for a while.
Who was traded? I don't know.
Alex Verdugo. He was a high prospect outfielder.
He was the number one prospect in baseball for years.
He was a high prospect outfielder that has been so hyped up. He came up for the first time 2 years ago on the September roster, and then he played a little last year, too, in a platoon role.
Well, they gave up Mookie Betts. I mean, Mookie Betts is a great player.
No, I actually think they might have got shortchanged if that was it.
Well, if that was the only one, yeah, right.
Well,
but again, we expect
the Dodgers going to be one of the favorites to come out. It might be a Yankees-Dodgers World Series.
I actually think that this makes them the best team in baseball.
I think they already were that, but now it helps it even more.
Well, I just want to let you guys know.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later. That stinks. Why am I not getting updates on my phone about freaking sports?
CBS.
I got a new freaking phone. So this is how my life works, right? I upgraded to a newer phone. It's smaller and doesn't work. Does that make sense to you?
It's smaller?
Yes. Do you remember my phone was huge?
Right.
Now it's small. It's your size phone.
I don't think that makes a difference for functionality, though.
I'm just saying in general it doesn't work. I'm not getting notifications on anything. I'm just mad. I hate this phone.
Here it is.
I would chuck it if I could.
Okay, here's something interesting. According to Ken Rosenthal, there is a third unidentified team that's involved too. That we don't know yet. Yeah.
I'm thinking the Padres. I don't know why they'd get involved, but again, I'm not surprised by it. It's so good. We have breaking news stuff.
I wonder.
Holy crap! Something broke during the show.
I wonder.
Get some music. Play something celebrative because this is great. This is great news.
What do you want me to play?
I don't know. It's like some sort of something good.
Let's see.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how this show is going to work the rest of the day. We're going to take a quick break because I need to process everything that I just heard, even though I called it weeks ago because I said that the Dodgers gained this news about the Padres being all hot and heavy. I can't sing my first shot, but this is a good song. And we are the champions, and we'll keep.
You did sing.
I can't do it. My throat. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing my voice. I think actually. Do I sound the same?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel the same. All right, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, as the champions of the network, because that's what we are. Not that there's a lot of competition. Sorry, morning boys. No, the morning boys are good. I like the morning boys. Ryan and Mark. Again, prayers to Mark Kelly. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. When we come back, we're going to break down Mookie Betts to Los Angeles Dodgers. Didn't see that coming? I did. Speed's my witness. Find out why next on the home stretch.
Yes, you did.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
And manage the baseball team.
Little League.
Fantasy League.
We are back with the home stretch on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Hello, welcome back to the home stretch. I am your host, Tyler Harrison, along with Speedy Bojangles Petey. And for those of you tuning in, the breaking news of the hour, or the breaking news really of the day, the Boston Red Sox have pulled the trigger. They have traded Mookie Betts to Los Angeles Dodgers. There's a third team involved. There's information coming in now that apparently the centerpiece of this trade was Alex Verdugo. Again, there's a third team, and the complete package has not been announced. But little by little, things are coming in. Mookie Betts is a Dodger. David Price is also a Dodger. The Dodgers have moved on from Alex Verdugo, and it's a little confusing because Verdugo is a 23-year-old phenom that they were very high on. And the Red Sox apparently wanted that to be rightfully so, the guy that took over for Betts in the outfield. And I would imagine in the next few hours, we're also being told that Mookie Betts is gain a huge extension. They're not trading their top young player for Mookie Betts without a contract extension. I can't possibly see that happening.
Especially at the same position.
So let's just break this down as quickly as possible. Again, we do have about a half hour here, and finally something broke on this show, thank freaking God. If this would have happened at 10:30, I swear, I would have punched Speedy on the way home. It would not have been
10:26. Keep it in mind.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if it would have been anywhere around there, I would have. 10:26 to me is 10:30. So.
Was it 10:26 of the next time zone?
I would have been mad.
Nah, probably not. Probably a little early.
So this was Mookie Betts' year last year. He hit .295 in 150 games, had 135 runs scored, which led the majors. 176 hits, 40 doubles, 5 triples, 29 home runs, 80 RBIs, 16 stolen bases. Won a Gold Glove, All-Star, Silver Slugger. You know, these are things that Mookie Betts is a phenomenal player. If I had to take the top 3 outfielders in baseball right now, he's one of them. Just me being me. I also think this is great. This is huge news around here because Mookie Betts leaving the Boston Red Sox is great news for the Yankees. Speedy, real quick, do you have any reaction to this at all?
Well, we knew the Dodgers were going to be in the running no matter what. It was just a matter of what prospects the Red Sox were prioritizing, because I always said they wanted pitching more than they wanted hitting for the kind of team they are. But again, they just like Verdugo as a player, and with the Red Sox, you can generally trust their judgment when it comes to hitting because they.
No, you can trust Blooms.
Well, I'm just saying as the franchise in general, they develop hitters well with young hitters. They're good with that, but pitching is something that's always been an issue for them. So they usually have to poach free agent pitching or trades with pitching.
Oh, wow. So I take that back. It now appears that David Price might not be a Dodger at all.
That might be the third team, maybe the
David
third
Price
team.
Probably got dumped onto a team.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. That's why when I said the third unidentified team, that might be the team taking Price's contract on to maybe get more prospects, maybe from the Dodgers. That's with all the Dodgers have in terms of prospects. That's a very high possibility too. So they can get.
Wow. So here we go. The third team are the Minnesota Twins.
So they're taking Price?
I don't know, but the Minnesota Twins are the third team involved. And apparently, according to Mike Feinsand, there is no Dustin May in the deal for the Dodgers. So they kept their best pitching prospect.
Well, if Verdugo was in the deal, they weren't going to give him and May, I don't think.
I'm just saying, if I was the Red Sox,
unless Price wasn't in the deal. But again, if Price was in the deal, that's going to downgrade the prospect value.
No, absolutely. I apologize, but I'm trying to get on Twitter to find the answers here. We're trying to give you an answer at some point in the next, before we leave here, so hopefully we'll be able to do this. This is great news for the Yankees.
Now, refresh Ken Rosenthal's Twitter. He said the Angels are the third team. Jock Peterson would go to Dodgers to Angels? Or no, maybe it's a separate trade. I don't know. But that's what Ken Rosenthal reports.
That's crazy. I think Jeff Passan just announced that it was the Twins.
Well, no. I'm just saying it could be a separate trade. Maybe Jock Peterson doesn't have room now because if they add another outfielder.
Yeah, it's not. No, he's saying that if this trade happens, Jock Peterson's going to the Angels. So that's a separate deal from what you're right. And that's huge too, because Mike Trout with Adele and Peterson, that helps out Trout a lot. So that could also be very informative. But what the hell do the Angels have to give the Dodgers? Imagine they got Joe Adele.
I don't think.
my
No.
God.
I don't think Jock Peterson is warranting a big prospect.
The Dodgers just said. Oh, wow.
If anything, maybe it's.
Wow, Paul LaDuca hates this trade.
You wonder if Price is involved in whatever mystery team it is, whether it is the Twins or him, if the Angels maybe are taking on some of the contract and also getting Jock Peterson.
I mean, I don't know how that would help anybody, to be quite. I don't know.
Yeah, the Price thing is what's interesting, because if he is really involved in this, which percentage of the contract is being taken on by all these teams?
Well, I'm trying to keep this up for everybody, so I apologize. I'm going to be kind of more focused on Twitter right now. Third identified team, blockbuster sources tell me, and Chad Jennings. So maybe Chad Jennings. I'll follow Chad Jennings. Third team involved in what? Bills, Betts. Oh, never mind. So Chad Jennings has announced that Betts and Price are both going to LA.
Yeah, but I wonder if, again, the Angels, if they're getting
so you're saying maybe Jock Peterson, and then they'll take on Price's contract.
Yeah, they'll take on some of the contract,
and
something
because
like that.
they're getting two kind of hand-me-downs, it won't cost them anything.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, all right. Now I see where you're going. Because
I think the Angels, they still have some bad contracts, but they're not in luxury tax desperation where they can't afford any of that. If they were to take on maybe what the remaining,
the Twins
are involved. He's got
in
3 years. 3 years left. Maybe the Angels take on half, or they take on maybe a year, and with Jock Peterson.
So here's the Boston Red Sox rotation now that this trade has happened. Chris Sale, Eduardo Rodriguez, Nate Eovaldi, Martin Perez, mystery guest, and openers. That Boston Red Sox rotation was bad before. It's awful now. Again, we're going to try to keep this updated for you. I'm relentless on Twitter right now trying to find something. Shout out to... Oh, wow. All right, here we go. So we've updated something. The Dodgers are sending Kenta Maeda to the Twins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's huge.
That's great for Minnesota.
The Twins are sending Brusdar Gatterall.
I think he's a reliever. Yeah, I know he is.
And he's going to be part of the package going to the Red Sox.
The Twins are sending Gatterall to the Red Sox?
Gatterall to the Dodgers for Maeda.
Dodgers. Okay.
So that's a separate deal, too.
All right.
So from what I'm gathering, this is like 3-4 different trades that are being
Gatterall's a versatile reliever, from what I remember.
But Maeda,
not great, but
Maeda's that's a good get for the Twins.
Yeah,
that's a really good get. Wow, and I'm sorry to act surprised. This is breaking news. Like I'm reading this to you guys, so I'm trying to process this right now, and I'm also going to say this. We're going to keep this updated because we'll refresh this in a few minutes. But, so right now what we're gathering is Verdugo. There's no undenying report that Verdugo's gone. Verdugo's a Red Sox. Mookie Betts and David Price are going to the Dodgers. Kenta Maeda is going to the Twins, along with apparently David Price and Jock Peterson going to the Dodgers, to the Angels, in a deal that's going to get completed later. There's a lot going on right now, and this trade is going to be a trade that kind of has there's going to be a lot of fallout from this. And ironically, you know why this is better news for Yankee fans? Not only did you take Mookie Betts away from the Red Sox, yes, he went to the Dodgers, and if you get to a World Series, that's going to be bad. But guess what now that means? What division do the Dodgers play in?
The NL West.
What team is trying to sell their best player?
Everyone that isn't the Diamondbacks.
The Rockies want to trade Nolan Arenado. Betts going from the AL East to the NL West further cements the fact that the Rockies are just not going to catch up. Okay, that's
right, but they knew that anyway.
No. Hold on. So Betts going to the Dodgers. The Rockies are now going to sell even more. So now they're going to be, okay, we're going to have to take a little bit less. And the Yankees are now going to have to make a splash move to compete with what the Dodgers just did. Because the Dodgers, as you even said, were, if they were not...
Deepest and most versatile team in baseball.
Right. So if the Yankees were not better than the Dodgers before this trade, they're not better than them now. And to be honest with you, this Nolan Arenado will be a Yankee before the end of February. How long do we have till catchers and pitchers go?
Depends on the team, but most of them are next week.
Don't be surprised Nolan Arenado is a Yankee before that happens.
I just don't think it would be that much of a difference just because the Rockies, I don't think we're going to compete for the division anyway. So
no, I'm not
any
saying
shot
that.
They would have had would have been a wild card.
But you have to also remember this too. Nolan Arenado was not supposed to be traded. And the website's down.
Mookie Betts wasn't either until the cheating, I think.
No. Well, that's the other thing. So, remember what I said about the Padre report that came out. It's smoke from the Red Sox because they don't know what Major League Baseball is going to come out with about Betts. Now that they've traded Mookie Betts, they've gotten something back for him. Okay, what you're about to see here is going to be the ripoff of the century. Mookie Betts still might get suspended. And the Red Sox, to be quite honest with you, didn't fall off that far. The Red Sox can still compete in the American League East, ladies and gentlemen. They still have Devers, who was their best player last year if you look on the advanced analytics. Okay, they still have Bogarts, who is one of the most underrated shortstops or players in baseball. They're still going to compete. They're getting Gatterall to help the bullpen. The bullpen's still not very good, but don't be surprised if they go out there and sign somebody like I think Pineda signed already. The Red Sox, and again, they might have.
Anyway.
Well,
he's
never
been
know.
good in, 5-6 years?
His last year as a Yankee.
Yeah.
His last year as a Yankee.
Yeah.
Again, I blame Aaron Boone, but I'm just kidding. He wasn't even there. I'm just kidding.
Aaron Boone gets blamed for a pitcher that he didn't manage. Nice.
I'm just kidding.
Aaron Boone is an announcer. Cursed Michael Pineda.
I'm just kidding, Speedy. No, so this hurts you a little bit more. So the Blue Jackets beat the Panthers 1-0. Guess who got the game-winning goal?
Oh, your boy Alexander Wenberg?
No.
Oh, jeez. On the Blue Jackets.
I'm surprised you didn't guess him first.
I think it relates to you. The Blue Jackets relate to me?
No, but if you really pay attention to when I talk, you know he's the player I want most.
Yeah, Wenberg.
No,
Oh,
Werninski.
Werenski?
Yeah. 1-0. Oh, that's right. Puig's still there, too. All right, here we go. So starter Kenta Maeda would go to the Minnesota Twins, part of the Mookie Betts, David Price deal. Source tell ESPN, outfielder Verdugo, and Hawthorne Pritchard prospect. Brusdar Gatterall, who has been with the Minnesota, would go to the Red Sox. Yeah, yeah. I guess so. And I agree, ladies and gentlemen. I have to agree. On Twitter right now, a lot of people are blaming the Indians for not trading Lindor, and I have to agree with you. I think I would have made the same trade. I think I would have pulled the trigger for this.
What was the Indians' offer?
Well, you think you get Verdugo, and you're not taking on a price contract, so you're going to get something better than Gatterall. The Dodgers gave up a lot. Verdugo and Maeda, that's a lot.
Well, if that was really a separate trade, then yeah. But I mean,
and they're going to lose Jock Peterson too. They gave up a lot. They did. That's a hard loss they just took.
Again, if there's any team that can afford it, though, it's them.
Oh yeah, it's a calculated loss, but it's a loss still. And I'm going to tell you this. I tell my son the same thing. If you lose a trade, you better make sure it was worth it eventually, because that trade right there is a bad trade.
Well, again, we had to see what the relief pitcher is, because I think.
Well, no, you got to remember, he's still a free agent this year. He still has to sign it. If he signs the extension,
course,
it
right.
is what it is.
Right.
But
the other
he
end
needs
of
to
it,
sign that extension.
The other end of it is going to be the relief pitcher, because that's if you're looking at a weakness for the Dodgers, it's their bullpen.
Well, they're not losing anyone from their bullpen.
No, I know that, but that's why I'm saying if Gratterall becomes better with the Dodgers.
No, Gratterall's going to the Red Sox.
Oh, you told me he was going to the Dodgers. Oh,
No, the Dodgers are getting him from the Twins from Maeda to send to the Red Sox.
Oh.
Pay attention, Speedy.
Oh, for some reason, I thought you said he was going to the Dodgers, and the Red Sox were getting more prospects. Okay. Yeah, then I don't know if that's the case. That's interesting. So it's Verdugo, Peterson, and Maeda essentially in different spots. Well, you better hope David Price pitches well out of the bullpen. That's all I can say.
But remember, I think they're going to trade him to the Angels.
No, I don't think they're going to trade him to the Angels. I think they're going to have the Angels take on part of the contract.
I'm right now just trying to figure out, what. Yeah. Then Twitter is coming around the horn. Yep. And it's all right, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite all right. I completely understand that I am really good at this. Oh. Now that could be something. This guy is a genius, whoever he is. Adam King, you, my friend, are a genius. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm reading the lineup should be for the Yankees, right? LeMahieu at first. Catcher is Sanchez. Okay. At second, it's Glaber. At third, it's Arenado. At short, it's Trevor Story.
What?
Yeah. No,
What?
This is brilliant.
Trevor Story somehow mixed in this?
Left field, Giancarlo Stanton. Right field, Judge. Center field, Mike Talkman, whatever. DH is Mike Ford. Mike Ford's not making this team regardless. But I would absolutely trade. I would trade a lot to make that happen. That happens. You're talking about
trade it for Trevor Story?
what? No, Nolan Arenado too.
Oh, I Nolan Arenado. Oh God, that package is your whole farm system.
I don't know about that. I really don't think Nolan Arenado.
You love Story. You know how much he's worth.
No, I know. No. I'm not saying that, but I think everyone overhypes how much Nolan Arenado is going to cost. I don't think Arenado's going to be that expensive. I really don't. Everyone's acting like you're going to have to give up 5-7 prospects. You're not. You're going to give up 2 prospects for Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, but then you add Story into the mix, who's improved every year.
Listen, I know how good Trevor Story is. I love Trevor Story. I was the first person that ever had Trevor Story's anything. But
yes, you should know how good its value is going to be.
I know how high his value is. But again, he signed a 2-year extension. The Yankees have a very versatile infield right now. So what you're telling me is Miguel Andujar, Gio Urshela, Clint Frazier, Florial, and a couple of pitching prospects. You're not pulling the trigger for that? I am.
All right, so what do you have left? You got
everybody else.
You got who? You got Schmidt if you keep him and trade the other guy. You got or Garcia the other way around, and
you still got Abreu. You still got Loaizaga. You still got.
I mean, you'd hope, but again, Loaiza's been up and down, and
well, he's been hurt. That's his
right,
problem.
and that's already a problem for a young pitcher. So,
listen, I haven't asked for anything this offseason. All I said was bring me Garrett Cole or Strasburg. Strasburg said, screw the Yankees. I want to go back to Washington, which is fine and understandable. I respect that. You know, you won a World Series there, so stay there and be a king. I get it. I'm just saying, this trade changed everything. All right, there's more. Infielder Luis Renfroe is headed for the Dodgers in a deal for outfielder Jock Peterson. So I guess Renfroe is the Angels' prospect that they're giving up.
Did they say anything about the contract? Because, again, that's what I'm predicting if they're even trading Jock Peterson.
No, I think they're keeping Price.
No, not the Dodgers. I'm saying the Angels are taking part the contract.
No, I'm saying I think the Dodgers are taking the whole thing. Okay. I think the Dodgers are keeping Price.
All right.
And then here's
That's
the other.
Interesting, then.
Ken Rosenthal retweeted what Jeff Passan wrote and said, Jeff with hashtag Dodgers return for Jock, separate deal. So Jock Peterson to the Angels is probably just to clear cap space.
Is Jock Peterson even making that much, though?
No, but I think for the 40 man, they might have over 40 guys. They might have had to trade him first.
I'm sure there's more expendable pieces on the 40 man than Jock Peterson.
Where's he playing? He wasn't playing that much.
Right, but he still was a good, for what a bench player was, a starting caliber bench player that, if you think about it, is valuable as a bench player because he's power off the bench and defense off the bench. So
I agree. I agree with that.
I'm sure there was a more expendable piece if it's just that.
So now you've got Trout, Jock Peterson, and Joey Adele. Guess what that means? Justin Upton can go for a pitcher. Mm-hmm. So, the Angel and Joe Madden being there with Rendon.
They're going to be a team hyped up.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't know
going
if they'll make it, but
this
they'll
is
be a
going
team
to be
hyped up.
this is going to be an interesting team to watch. I'm telling you, and he ain't coming off the bench. He's starting. Jock Peterson's starting for that Angel team. I don't know what everyone else is talking about, but he's not going to come off the bench. He's going to play a lot.
Well, he actually might, if they do keep.
By the way, the State of the Union is on.
If they do keep
State of the
Upton,
Union.
he might have him play against lefties because Peterson is still pretty bad against lefties. But if they trade him, yeah, that's definite. And we have another caller.
Thank you for calling the home stretch. How may I help you?
Joe, this trade is awesome. The Red Sox are freed up. Yo, by the way, Tyler, you are as dumb as possible.
I called this trade months ago.
Okay. I just
Well, that was Jeff.
Well, Jeff wanted to just scream at you, I guess.
So, again, the State of the Union is on, but I think that's what that was about. I don't. The Red Sox are freed up from what? Who are you going to go sign? I don't understand. There's nobody left. Puig? Oh, well, now, this is interesting. If the Red Sox can sign Puig and they get the relief help, that could work.
Well, Puig is
better than whoever else they're going to put out there.
Verdugo.
No, I understand, but Verdugo's going to play regardless. Benintendi and Verdugo are going to start regardless. You're not starting Puig over Jackie Bradley Jr.?
Is Puig a center fielder? No.
Nah, Verdugo is. Jackie Bradley Jr. could get traded for all I care.
Maybe, but
his defense is
Verdugo
phenomenal.
hasn't played much center field, though.
And that center field, he'll be fine. Or Benintendi, because everyone swears that Benintendi is an amazing fielder.
He's a good corner fielder. I wouldn't say he's an amazing fielder.
I don't. It's funny because
he's a good fielder. I'm not
you know what's hysterical?
Usually, a good corner outfielder is not going to be transitioning to center field.
I just want to point this out. When I said after the season started that the Red Sox are going to trade Mookie Betts, Jeff called this show and told me I was full of crap and that the Red Sox could easily re-sign him. Right? You remember this?
Yeah, I think so.
And I said, Jeff, you're cash strapped now. If you sign Mookie Betts, how the hell are you going to afford anyone else? Oh, well, don't worry about it, blah, 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 blah. Now, I get it. They got rid of 2 contracts, and they have now a lot of money to go sign multiple players. I get that. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me right now. But, again, I think it's brilliant just in the simple fact of trading Mookie Betts before If Mookie Betts gets suspended 40, 60 games, you made out. You made out. But again, Alex Verdugo, and there's a lot of trades going on right now. But again, don't be surprised if Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story end up in pinstripes.
You really think Story's coming?
No, I think it'll be for Nolan Arenado. But I wishful think. But
yeah.
Not only that, hold on here, because now if we're really digging into this, right? So for Arenado, I'm trying to think, because the Yankees still have Thairo Estrada, okay, and everyone's gonna be like, well, what does that mean? Thairo Estrada is a really good middle infield prospect, along with Tyler Wade. They signed Scooter Gennett, okay, to a minor league deal, so. Or they're talking about it because that's all I'm reading now is Scooter Gennett.
Why is Gennett on a minor league deal? Just because he had the injury? It's kind of strange because he had a really good year before that.
Scooter Gennett's a stud, and he's a great defensive player, and we know how I feel about defense. So, I would be appalled at even saying that, but again, like a left-handed bat, he'd hit 40, 50 home runs at Yankee Stadium. That's a little high. I'll say 30 to 40.
Yeah, I would go that far.
But Scooter, he could hit 50 if he got hot. But
he's not normally a power hitter. He was only recently.
Well, Brett Gardner hit damn near 30 this year.
Yeah, and that was an anomaly.
Well, anyway. So if you're going to trade those two young guys, you get Gennett, who's young in his own right. He performs well. You sign him for a couple of years. You bring back LeMahieu. This team is young, okay? So you're not really worried about long term. The only thing about the Yankees stockpiling up is you're going to have to pay a ton of these guys. But I'm thinking Estrada, Wade, right? They can go. Urshela and Andujar can go. Which is a shame because I love Andujar. Or if you really, really, really want to keep Mike Ford and Luke Voigt, that's fine too. But I would trade. This could easily get done, and the Yankees still have a very wealthy farm system. This is no skin off the Yankees' nose.
Two players of that caliber.
Well, here's the thing: how many boneheads out there don't even know who Trevor Story is? How many people don't even think he's a top 5 shortstop? A ton.
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not.
Rockies GM knows who he is.
Well, sure, but
they're not making the trade. People who don't know who Trevor Story is, or don't think he's as good.
Keep that thought. Keep that thought. This is what I want to have happen. Okay, this is what I want to have happen. No Arenado by himself. Okay, give up whatever.
Okay.
Austin Hedges is the new backup catcher. Give up whatever.
Oh, the best defensive catcher in baseball.
The best catcher in baseball.
Defensive catcher.
Well, right, but when I say catcher, that's what that means.
Okay.
Catcher. He catches. He frames pitches. He works strike zone. Calls beautiful games behind the plate. That's a catcher.
Analytics.
What?
Framing pitches. Part of analytics.
No, that's old school baseball, you bonehead.
No, but they're having it more of a priority now.
Because
through analytics.
Shut up, Speedy. Anyway, framing pitches. It has been around for 100-something years, so how analytics could analyze anything that's been around for 200 years, I don't understand. But there's that. Yeah. And then, obviously, you go out and you trade for Whit Merrifield and give up whatever.
You have room to do all that? I mean, Hedges won't be pricey, but he's still going to be something, and
I really don't think Arenado's going to cost you that much. I really do not.
Arenado and Story.
No, I just said Arenado.
So Arenado, Whit Merrifield.
If you're not going to get Whit Merrifield, then yes, you trade for whatchamacallit.
Story. So
yes.
You do Arenado, Story.
You need another middle infielder.
Okay, but
you have LeMahieu, idiot. No, I'm putting LeMahieu at first. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So don't call me an idiot. I've mastered this in my mind. Mike Tauchman can go. Florial can go. Clark Schmidt can go.
And then they have the other end of, can you afford all the contracts, too?
Well,
Merrifield is probably going to make money soon, too.
No, he's not. He's signed long-term already.
Oh, wow. All right.
He's cheap.
Okay, that's not bad.
Story signed a 2-year extension.
All right, 2 years, but again, 2 years is 2 years, and.
But again, you could just be buying time. Maybe the Yankees get a prospect by then. I don't know. But all I know is that this is amazing news, and I can't wait for Nolan Arenado to come to New York.
So you think they would be that more desperate to trade Arenado just because the Dodgers got Betts? I don't think it would have made a difference. They knew they weren't winning anyway.
All right, a couple weird things going on right now on Twitter. Ken Rosenthal sending Kenta Maeda to the Twins for Gratterall, who's going to the Red Sox. Yu Darvish retweeted that and some sort of...
Why would he care?
I don't know, but he retweeted in a language I do not know how to understand. And Masahiro Tanaka answered him with question marks, and then Yu Darvish answered him in question marks. So I don't know what any of that means, but Masahiro Tanaka and Yu Darvish are on Twitter, which is always fun. I'm just going to update both Ken Rosenthal and Jeff Pison, and Mookie Betts wants to be a free agent. Oh, wow. So, yeah, here's the other part of the story. Mookie Betts has not signed a deal with the Dodgers. He's going to test free agency.
Right now? Or?
Well, right now. He's going to test free agency.
It's early. I'm not going to read that much into it.
Most players that want free agency hit free agency.
Yeah, until they actually play.
I don't know. The Dodgers gave up a lot to lose a guy in a year. That's not good. That's a loss. I listen.
Right now, they're saying.
I've been saying this. I've been saying this now since Shane Bloom took over for the freaking Red Sox. They were going to win whatever trade they made for Mookie Betts.
That doesn't mean Mookie Betts isn't going to definitively sign.
Oh no, I'm not saying he's not. But regardless, if he does or not, Shane Bloom does not lose trades. That much is a guarantee.
Said he lost the trade, but I don't think they did bad. I don't think the Dodgers did bad either.
Oh, I think to lose, but the Red Sox gained more than they lost, and the Dodgers lost more than they gained. You got one player, but you took on a horrible contract to do so. Because Price, it's not this year; it's next year too, right?
It's 3 years, but what it is
no way. It's 3 more years, including this.
No, it's 3 more years with this.
So it's this year, next year, and the year after.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
Yeah, it was a 7-year deal initially.
It's only been 4 years of that.
Yeah, 2016.
Oh my God, how old is he? 34?
No, I don't think he's that old. I think he's 32.
No, he's up there. He was like 31 when he signed the deal.
Oh, 34. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a bad loss. He ain't John Lester. He's gonna age awful.
Probably. It's just a matter of, again,
pitch
well in the bullpen.
What an effing trade, man. What an effing trade. Well, that's it, right? Gee, golly gee. Mookie Betts is a Dodger. If only I would have called that. So I called Nolan Arenado to the Yankees a year ago. I called Nolan Arenado.
It still hasn't happened yet.
It's a formality. Mookie Betts to the Dodgers I called in October.
No.
November?
Maybe November.
Because I know we did the trade him now thing, and everyone bashed me for it. No, I called in like October, maybe even September.
I think you just said generally trade Mookie Betts. I don't think you said Dodgers, though.
Okay. All right, fine. So I called Mookie Betts getting traded in September. I announced the Dodgers in November?
Yeah.
November. I'll go with November.
Yeah,
that was 3 months ago. And then 2 weeks ago, when everyone said the Padres are now the favorites, I said, I don't buy that for a second. He'll be a Dodger. Because this is a false report from the Red Sox. This is what we see all the time with the Rays. So, oh, no, we're going to go here. And then the other way they go. That's Shane Bloom to the max. So, Mookie Betts goes to the Dodgers with David Price. Nolan Arenado will follow suit. Nolan Arenado will be traded by the end of the month.
Along with Trevor Story.
No. Maybe. I hope. But I doubt. Realistically, I'll say Nolan Arenado. If it comes out to be Arenado Story, I don't ever want to hear anyone say I'm wrong again because I'm just. And you're my witness. That's the crazy part. Like, I'm not even blowing smoke. He's literally right next to me, and he hasn't stopped me at all. It's a gift. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have a book from the 1985 almanac. I don't have anything. Okay, I'm not Marty McFly. I know I'm sad about that too. But roads where we're going, we don't need roads. All I know is it's a shame this bores me so much because I am honestly on such a roll. I mean, I got the Super Bowl wrong, but half the planet got the Super Bowl wrong. It's all right. I'll live and die with my chops. But tremendous day.
That's my, I think, no, not fifth in a row, fourth in a row getting right, and then 12-3.
No, you didn't say the Patriots last year.
Yeah, I did.
You picked the Rams.
No, I didn't.
With Guido. Yes, you
I didn't
did.
pick the Rams. I know I didn't pick the Rams. You and I agreed that the Patriots always do well against small offenses. That was our logic. I said the game would be close. I thought the Patriots or the Rams defense would play well. I didn't pick the Rams.
Guido picked the Rams by himself?
Yeah.
No. Figures. Anyway.
The only ones I got wrong in my life since I started picking the games were the Seahawks against the Steelers. I got that wrong.
Well, that's like 06, right?
Yeah.
Sean Alexander and Matt Hasselbeck Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Seahawks team. The
the
Seahawks against the Patriots, I got wrong.
Oh.
And the Panthers against the Broncos. Those are the only three I got wrong.
I think I got that same Seahawk one wrong, and I picked. Yeah, and the Carolina-Denver one I got wrong.
It was deceiving with that because I picked Arizona to beat Carolina, so I'm like, the Panthers destroyed that kind of team. The Broncos are kind of similar. That's what made it so surprising.
Well, not only that, Peyton Manning couldn't even walk on the field, so I didn't really have much faith in him to perform. Right. So, all right. Breaking news on the home stretch. About damn time. Only took 2 years. Thank God. Speedy. We're in the end game now. Tell them where they can find us.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Periscope, iHeartRadio.
Holy crap! Oh. It happened just now.
Oh.
Yankees are now making the final steps to make Nolan Arenado a Yankee.
10-26.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see if you'd care. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying 10-26.
Oh, yeah, that'll probably... I'll be so mad.
All right, I'll start over.
Speed will have a giant black eye on his head.
Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, on our website at worldwidesportsradio.com. And we are one of only...
I'll be really mad if it happens at 10:26. 16.
Sports radio networks and podcasts on radio.com. Oh, unfortunately, 10:26 is not 16 minutes away. It is 15 minutes away.
I'll be pissed. You keep making that joke. I'm going to be mad as shit.
You started the joke.
No, I know, but I know. Like, I know that. But I'm saying if that happens, if that trade is even, if there's even a report saying that the Rockies are working on a deal that's going to get done at some point tomorrow or at all, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be really mad because it's like, why couldn't they announce that now?
Are you going to stay on air until 10:26 just to make sure?
No, I can't. No, I can't. No. I'm not stupid. My bread is getting buttered at home, and I'm here. One last Twitter check because I'll be really mad if I miss this. Real mad. Yep. So, all right. Ken Rosenthal hasn't tweeted in 10 minutes. Jeff Passan. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Source tells me the deal is done. Dodgers will get Mookie Betts, David Price, and cash from the Red Sox. The Twins will get Kenta Maeda. The Red Sox get Verdugo and Gatterall. Separately, the Dodgers will trade Jock Peterson for Luis Rengifo. And apparently that is the full deal from ESPN's newest MLB insider. Oh, okay. So yes, Kyler McDaniel.
If that's the full deal, do you really think the Red Sox did that well? I don't think that was that good return.
Hold on, I have to read this. Well, Verdugo for Betts has very good potential.
Yeah, Verdugo has great potential. I just think you're just.
But you got to look at this, too. Like, the Red Sox wanted to move that contract. That was really why Mookie Betts had the appeal.
Even so, I feel at least something else they could have
The
gotten.
Dodgers gave up a lot, though. They gave up a lot to make that happen.
Not to the Red Sox, though.
Well, right. Just in
That's the
general,
thing.
I think they gave up a lot.
If the Red Sox got Maeda, yeah, they probably win the deal. But the Red Sox didn't even get any other pitching besides the one relief pitcher, which maybe he's good. We'll see. But I don't know. Does it make that much of a difference? I don't know.
I have to digest everything because right now, to me, the Red Sox got what they wanted done, and Shane Bloom very rarely loses trades. So
I'm not going to say he lost. I don't think they did well, though. I think it's kind of they both did kind of average. I think the Twins are the biggest winners so far.
Oh, by far. You know what's hysterical? The biggest winners to me in this whole Mookie Betts thing right now are the Twins and the Angels.
Yeah, I would agree.
Jock Peterson going to the Angels is huge.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
To me, that's just.
I mean, we'll see what he is as a full-time starter.
Well, not only that, Mike Trout, just helping Mike Trout on the defensive side of the ball is going to be huge.
Right. Well, we'll see what he is as a full-time starter.
Upton can now go to DH. That's huge. Who? They're going to be a really good defensive team next year.
Who's going to DH?
Justin Upton.
Well, if Pujols doesn't DH, but
Pujols can probably play first.
He's
He's in good shape.
Every day? I don't know about that.
He's not going to DH every day either. So what does that mean?
I mean, it's possible. I still think you could see Upton start in some instances because Peterson is pretty bad against lefties.
Well, right, but defensively, I'm saying he could still
That's
help
fair.
Trout. Yeah. I'm going to break that down more tomorrow. Again, Nolan Arenado gets traded to the Yankees. Do not call me. Do not ask me anything. I have no answers for anybody.
No, we're more curious if Trevor Story's coming. Now that you had to bring that up.
I mean, it makes a ton of sense. They signed him to such a cheap freaking extension.
So wouldn't that make him more controllable?
Right. It would raise his value. Right.
No, to keep is what I'm saying. At least they have some kind of full.
Right, but you're also forgetting Brandon Rodgers is got nowhere to play.
Second.
So where are you putting Ryan McMahon?
The same role he's always in, a utility guy. He's not a
They
starter.
like Ryan McMahon. They like Ryan McMahon a lot.
As a utility guy.
But Brandon Rodgers is a better shortstop than he is second base.
Okay,
he
so
wants to play
Story
short.
plays second. Maybe Story plays third if Arenado's traded. Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe
you're
Brandon
asking
Rodgers
me.
plays
I don't know.
third. I don't.
I'm not the Rockies. If I'm the Rockies, I wouldn't trade Nolan Arenado. But
I agree. I'm just saying. I'm just. Trevor
You know who the
Story,
biggest loser
Trevor
in this is?
Story might benefit from, like, in terms of maybe positional value.
You know who the biggest loser is in this? To me?
Who is the biggest loser?
They're not involved in the actual trade. No, they're not in the actual trade.
Let's see. The Indians, because I know you hate on them.
It's not hate. It's common sense. The Indians absolutely could have traded Lindor for that package. A bigger package. They weren't going to take on a big contract. What were you going to add in? Kluber? Oh. I'm telling
Yeah, well,
you.
they failed at that already, too.
Yeah,
I know you like the guy they got back, but I don't know.
No, I don't love the guy they got back. I said they lost.
Oh, I think you said you liked the guy you got back.
No, I said I like to potentially has, but I don't like the trade. Okay. The guy can throw like 106. How do you not like that? But
because everyone can now.
Well, Chapman's the OG of it. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, who came first, Chapman or Strasburg? I think Strasburg. I'm going to say Strasburg.
I'm not sure, actually. It might be the same year, too.
No.
Because Strasburg was 2010. I know that.
Me too. Because his rookie year, he should have won Rookie of the Year.
He didn't?
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Yeah, 2010 was his first year.
I think Chapman was...
I thought Chapman might have been the year before, though. I don't know. Maybe not as a closer. Nope, they were the same year. Yep. Same year. Chapman wasn't a closer then, but he was...
No, he was a starter that got bombed.
Yeah, no, he actually was a... Let's see. Yeah, no, actually he didn't start at all. It was... He was just a, I guess, back-end relief guy. He actually wasn't bad. 2.03 ERA, 5 walks, 19 strikeouts. 1.05 win.
So
It
Strasburg,
actually wasn't bad.
So Strasburg was the OG because he came up for rookie call-ups.
Yeah, probably. All right. Yeah, because he only played 15 games, Chapman, so most likely.
So, yeah.
Unless he played in the first game of the year. That would be the only chance. Because
So-
Strasburg was in the rotation.
I'm pretty sure Strasburg opened the opening day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he threw out opening
Yeah,
day.
the team might have been bad enough where that was the case, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be here every day, Tuesday through Friday. Thursday, again, special 1-hour edition of the home stretch with Josh and Eric. That's right, they make their long-awaited not debut, but what would I say?
Their first time together.
Yeah, their first time together for like 4 or 5 years. I'm actually the odd man out here, you know.
That's your first time with them together, too.
I don't think I'm going to talk. Here's the funny thing. Josh thinks he can out-talk me. I don't think he realizes how much I actually talk. I talk a lot. I talk a lot. It's all right. I'm telling you. It's all right. It's fine. I actually have to call Eric on the way home, so we'll have to do that. Yeah, so talk to him about that. What the hell were we doing? Oh, wow, it's almost 10:26. That's funny.
We'll probably leave right around then.
I hope so. Trying to think what the hell we were doing.
Well, I did the where we can find us.
Oh,
That's where we're
thank you, Snugs, for your Snugs alert. The Beeve, Errol Marks, Jeff, and who was the kid that wasted our time? Andrew. Thank you for calling. Every day, Tuesday through Friday, the Haystack?
Yes.
Or is it the Morning Boys?
No, Morning
Haystack.
Boys is Thursday.
All right. The Haystack is here tomorrow, 11. Is that right?
Yep.
Where I'm sure he is chopping at the bit to rip the Dodgers apart. No, you gave up too much. All I know is this is great news. Arenado in pinstripes. He's going to look freaking great. Okay? You know how I know? He's got the ugly black and purple one on now, and it's okay on him. The white and
Don't hate on
baby
purple.
blue.
I hate on purple.
I hate the color purple.
Wow.
Hate it. So, ugh.
No, now we know why you hate the Vikings.
No, I don't hate the Vikings because of their color. I hate them because of their quarterback. That's
oh my
it.
God. I just thought of something.
Oh, no.
Your two least favorite quarterbacks. Purple teams, number 8.
Cousins and who?
Lamar Jackson.
I don't hate. Oh, my God. I do not hate Lamar Jackson.
All
He's
right.
just not the MVP of the league.
Hold on. Name a quarterback.
Russell Wilson.
No, not that. No. Name a quarterback you analytically hate on more than Kirk Cousins and Lamar Jackson.
Dak Prescott.
No.
Sam Darnold.
Also no.
Josh Allen.
You don't hate on Josh Allen anymore.
I didn't even hate on him. I just said he'd be.
No, you didn't like him out of the draft, but
Right.
once you saw him play that season, like 8 games in, you said it was fine.
Daniel Jones.
Really, I hate on Daniel Jones more than you do.
Dwayne Haskins.
Maybe, but
Dwayne Haskins.
that's a smaller sample size.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's close. I'll give you that.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'll give you that. It's close. I still wouldn't say more.
Kyler Murray.
Okay, but also a smaller sample size. Yeah, I think you're out.
Jacoby Brissett. No.
No, you don't need a Jacoby Brissett.
No. Damn, there's got to be one. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Really? Why do you hate on Ryan Fitzpatrick?
I don't know.
I don't think there isn't. Who else would it be?
Baker.
Really? Now you're just stretching now.
Home stretch. I'm here all day.
No, that's a mansion stretch.
Interesting. Well, I'm trying to get late, so we're leaving here. Anyway. Zion ripped the ball out of Giannis's hands like he was a child.
And they still probably lost by 20.
No, they did. They got blown out, but that's not the point. The fact of the matter is that Zion is just a freak of nature.
And so is Giannis.
No, I think Zion's more athletically gifted than Giannis. Zion just got to put it together.
Could be, but it's not. It's close.
Sure. 34-17 for Giannis. That's amazing. Yeah. What the hell? So, all right, I hate Lamar Jackson the most. That's all right. It's okay.
You're still trying to figure this out.
I am. And this is a conversation we'll continue later. Tell them where they can find us.
I did that already.
Tell them goodbye?
Yep.
Oh.
Thanks for listening, and have a glorious night.
Well, I guess I should have bet on that one, huh?
Nice.
Thank you. Damn, I'm good. I really do have to stop and really just soak in the fact that my puns are the shit. Anyway, you can bet your ass we'll be here tomorrow. Damn, I'm freaking on a roll right now. It's a shame we're leaving. If the price is right, we'll be back on Thursday. And tomorrow we will.
Is Bob Barker included?
Only if we spayed our pets.
I don't even know what that even means, but okay.
Oh, you get them neutered. Because apparently it's good for the animal. I don't know. He did it at the end of every Price is Right.
Oh, okay.
Remember to neuter your pet, whatever he said. Okay. You can bet I don't remember that. But anyway, we'll be here Thursday, special edition. Josh and Eric, they'll be here with me. You got to call Eric now. Tomorrow we will be doing what I was supposed to do today. We'll break down the NFL MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, blah, 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 blah. Coach of the Year. They got almost every award wrong last night. Every award wrong on Saturday. The only one they got right to me was Defensive Player of the Year.
Really? Because actually I thought they got that one wrong, but okay.
Not Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
He was the best rookie in football, so it didn't really matter. To be quite honest with you, you could argue he could have won Defensive Player of the Year too. But, yeah, that's fine. You disagree with Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah.
Don't get into it now. Just say yes and we'll...
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
So, yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. I guess we'll bets on the Dodgers and more information and stuff. Arenado will be a Yankee soon. That's going to be great. Because then I get to rub in Mikey C's face. I'm the smartest MFer on the planet. And we'll just see
Mikey
how...
C ever do to you?
Because Mikey C told me I was an idiot for saying Trout and Arenado would be Yankees, and now one half of that's done.
All right.
And I keep talking like it's already happened, but I'm just so excited for this. It's great. But and if Trevor Story comes, this place is going to fall to the ground. But, yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow, 8 to 10. Have a great night. I couldn't think of one. I'm disappointed. All right, whatever. See ya. Mamba out.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.